is up, my Transformers family? Welcome back to another episode of George Reviews. On George Reviews, I am trying to get caught up on a lot of toys, so I'm starting to pump them out more, and I'm squeezing some stuff in. I'm squeezing these guys in because these are two core class figures. They're pretty small, and I should get through this relatively quickly. They're from the 1986 Transformer movie, so I technically, oh no, not technically, they are Studio Series figures. Little bitty guys. This dude should have been included with Grimlock. Man, come on, they could have just added $5 to it. But it is Autobot Wheelie and Exo-Suit Spike Witwicky. The packages says 8 and up. We just went over the Studio Series. There's some artwork for both of the figures within right here. Side of the packaging says core class. There's Wheelie with slingshot. Back of the packaging, boom. No bio, nothing like that. Actually, I picked this thing up at GameStop. It's priced at $11.99, but they had it on clearance, and I had $5 off. So boom, he was like $3 or $4 or whatever. And then it was the only time I ever seen it in the store. I see it online a lot at standard prices, but I've never actually seen it in any store. Grabbed them at GameStop. Wheelie, I think I picked this guy up at Walmart, but nothing more spectacular about the packaging. Let's get these guys open and go at it. Spike first, and this thing looks better than the Masterpiece Spike. We'll compare and check it out. Look, oh, wow. Does it really take this much of instruction? Man, how many steps? What does the back of the box say? 11 steps. So, and bam, that's the instructions for that. Let's get them off the card. And just like all the Studio Series guys, he has a piece of the movie behind this card. Man, they got this little guy tied down. Jeez. And he has a weapon back here or something. Check it out. Oh, he has boost or rocket effects. Well, that's cool. It actually comes with accessories at this scale. Alright, Wheelie, you are up next. Wheelie out here, and I believe that's part of the Quintesson Arena. Same thing with this guy, instructions, and did we see how many steps? 12 steps for Wheelie. He has one extra step at this core class. Get Wheelie off his card. And here's this little backdrop. I mean, I have no intention of keeping any of these. Okay, I'm going to start with Spike because he's my favorite of the two. And let's see, is the helmet removable? I don't think the helmet is removable. I don't know what the hell this is. It like rotates. I hope that's part of the transformation. I hope this is not supposed to be like head articulation. But let's take a look at his face. And like most of the entries in the Transformers toy line, Spike's face is completely unpainted other than his flesh tone. How hard is that to put some eyes on this guy? Shit, I mean, I'm tired of that, man. Dang, I didn't even pay attention when I bought it. Or whatever. The Exo-Suit is mostly this bluish plastic and white plastic. Back of the Exo-Suit, some date stamping back there. And there's a hole in the back of his head for whatever reason. I mean, geez, what they tried to save a little bit of plastic on his head. Look at that. Why does he have a gaping JFK hole in the back of his head? Oh, wow, wait, I just found out. The head articulates like this. Instead of having a dome come off, his head articulates like this. But because he doesn't have any eyes, it doesn't matter what the hell he's looking at. So that is the head articulation. He has some red paint apps right here, some yellow, and this little minty blue or whatever color this is. Paint app right there. And this is paint apps right here on the front of the white legs. And this is blue plastic right in there. Whatever color, I don't know what color this is. Gosh darn it. Let's check out his articulation on his robotic arms. These arms come in and out. They swivel up and down. He has molded in hands and painted over hands with that gray. Same thing for this side. His hands over there. And not a lot to this little guy. Articulation at the hips right here, out to the sides, to the front, to the back, just like that. We got some swivel in there at the knee bend. There's no rocker at the feet. No foot articulation whatsoever. And again, he has the molded in boosters on the back with that jab. Daniel, you did it! So on to Wheelie. Let's check out Wheelie's articulation. Bam. Wheelie looks better. Wheelie's face is painted. Why not paint that guy's face? Wheelie has a pretty awesome coat of silver on his face, and then he has blue eyes, which looks pretty good. Then he has gray around this part with the peach plastic right here. I think that's the plastic. A little bit of paint app on his chest, the Autobot logo right there. Some silver for his fist, and this just keeps coming up. So it's transformation right there. Silver for his fist, some gray on his kneecaps, and some toes right there. They are painted. They're painted gray. Yeah, they're gray, and then the orange is the plastic. So a little bit going on the back of Wheelie right there. Check out his articulation. He can look up and down. That's a lot down. I don't think that's so much transformation. Wheelie head. 360. This might be the best Wheelie figure in history of official Transformer releases, which isn't hard to do. Has a ball joint right there. Get his arm out to the side like that. There's a ball joint right here, but oh, there it is. Got it loose. It's a little tight. 360 at the elbow. This much of an elbow bend. Hand's not going to go anywhere, but it's painted silver. Wheelie at the waist. No waist. Wait. No waist articulation. Nope. Bam to the sides. Bam. Karate kick. Bow to the back. Bam. Got a knee bend right there. Ball joints all over Wheelie. And he actually has foot articulation. I don't know if that's because of transformation or what, but there it is. Cool little figure. He's better than any Wheelie I have in my collection. Again, that is not hard to do. I almost forgot. So Wheelie has one accessory. He has his slingshot. No sling on the shot, and we can get in his hand. He wouldn't be complete without his little slingshot. Maybe I could put a little string around here or something. Make it a little semi-functional or whatever. That'd be cool. Bam! There is Wheelie. So now to get these guys transformed, if I can get them stand up. Alright, we're going to start with Spike, Exo-Suit Spike here. And rotate the legs around, and they peg together. Let's peg them together. Then we rotate the dome right here because it functions better like this. I don't know exactly why. Take the arms and bring them around to Spike's back. Wait, no, we rotate the wheels down. The wheels come down first. Now the arms, I guess. Then they rotate around to Spike's back, and they kind of hinge into this little space right here. And this side. Okay, what did I just do? The same thing, just left and right, dang it. Alright, here we go. And I believe... nope, the arms come around to the front. Like this. Yeah, for whatever reason, the hands come around to the front. Then the legs... alright, these come down, hinge down to here. And then you bring these legs back to here. Alright, these are supposed to snap in there. I felt a soft snap. And arms back up to here, and these little slots. And this is his Exo-Suit vehicle mode, like this. And we never saw Spike transform. We saw Daniel transform in the movie, but it's the same suit, same thing, whatever. This dome could be a lot clearer. It's kind of like a dingy yellow, man. It's smoky. Really smoky. So I believe this. Now on my glass surface, plastic wheels don't roll that great. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. But all four wheels are on the ground or whatever. It's not getting good roll. Let me see if I get some cardboard. It's not helping. Yeah, you can see him rolling. And then he has these booster accessories, and they plug in right here. I thought they would have plugged in right here to a little jetpack on his back, but they don't. Plug in right here. I guess in the movie when Daniel activated his arms, like they transform in this. Activated, so I guess that's what this is. But there is Spike's vehicle mode. Now moving on to Wheelie. Get a slingshot out of his hand, and he's already like, this thing just isn't snapping into mine, but it does. It just wasn't snapped into mine. It goes in there. So actually it holds down. I just found that out before I got to the end of the review. So yeah, you might want to tab that in before you get started. So we're gonna untab it now that we've got started. And almost auto-morphed. His head goes into there. Close that down. Lock his elbow right here. Both sides. His elbow. And this is, what's the front? What's the back of the car? This is the back of the car. Rotate this around. Rotate this around to the back. These are the front of the vehicle. Oh, wait. Hold on. We're going to pull this whole part forward. Right here. Bring that forward some, and it's coming apart. They bring this little section here for us so the tires can reach, and there are tabs and ports. And we tab and we port right here. I just got it all upside down. Camera work and transformation don't work. There's some tabs back here, some ports back here, and here is the finished product. And it's not great, but it's like the best wheelie out there. So bam, here the two side by side. Let's check them out rolling. He rolls a little bit better, you can hear it. Now this would be a great wheelie figure, even for this classification, if this had been clear plastic and if the hands could just disappear for us, the hands just hanging out. But having said that, this is the best wheelie in my collection. Not that I have a lot. I think this is my third one. Best wheelie in my collection instantly. All right, I'm gonna start a comparison. I'm gonna do the masterpiece version of the Exo-Suit Spike, and they're actually very comparable, considering that this is supposed to be a masterpiece. Like, I can tell the quality of the plastic is much better, and then this one has die cast right here for the chest part. But this isn't far off for the huge price difference, even though this came packaged with Bumblebee. But here are two side by side. Alright, here is the Studio Series wheelie next to my Generation 1 wheelie, which I keep in vehicle mode because the robot mode is such trash. And like, actually this thing can replace this guy on my shelf on my Generation 1. I do that with a lot of my Studio Series figures. They stand in for some of these G1 guys. Here are the two from the side. I mean, it's right there at Generation 1 scale in this vehicle mode. Right there. Like, the only real flaw are the hands. Man, if the hands folded away, this thing would be pretty awesome considering what it is, the scale it is, and the character. So, one more size comparison before we get out of this mode. This is Transformers, I think War for Cybertron or Kingdom Bumblebee. Check these out. The first wheelie. You see, get a sense of scale right there. And Exo-Suit Spike. Switching back to robot mode or humanoid mode, here are our two spikes. This is the masterpiece and this is the Studio Series core class. And I have the rockets on his arms, like when Daniel was trying to close the acid cover and they went off. So you can do that, which is very, very cool. Alright, here is our Studio Series core class wheelie next to the Generation 1 wheel. You know what? That's just typical. I mean, I didn't want to have your shitty ass in the review anyway. Here he is next to Studio Series Blur, and that is much better. This is how these guys scale side by side. And you know what? Which is better than the Generation 1? Here is the wheelie that came with the Studio Series Grimlock, and he's forever in his squatting position with the slingshot, and bam, here we go. That's much better. Alright, everybody, to give you my final thoughts on these two figures, I came into it expecting Spike to be the better of the two because I just don't care for the wheelie character. But this is a pretty damn good wheelie. And out of the two, I think it's the best one. And largely to do with the face paint apps. Like, they were able to paint his face. And you can't tell me that there's a difference in the sculpt of the heads on these two figures where they couldn't have painted his face. I think that's a thing where they're not painting the faces or whatever. But they didn't do it. And he pulls off both modes better. This guy looks great in this Exo-Suit mode. A little bit of Halloween back here, but pretty much clean all over. Looks pretty good. Articulation is good on this figure. But the vehicle mode, it just wasn't that good. Not that it's that good in the animation either. It just wasn't that good. He just pulled it off a little bit better. Both of these guys are pretty darn cool, and I'm happy to have them. I think this Exo-Suit Spike is better than the masterpiece in a lot of ways. But that's all I got for you. These guys are out right now. I submit this review for your approval or disapproval. Please like, share, comment, subscribe to the channel. And as always, I want to thank everybody for watching another episode of George Reviews. The reviews where every toy has a story.